Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mihir Joshi, and I'm heading in to our room where we are ready to talk with Ananya Birla. It feels like it has been ages since we've been planning this. Let me set it up. There you go. Setup is done. And as I was saying, it seems like it's been ages since I've been planning it, but I can see she has joined, and after innumerable all sorts of delays because of multiple reasons which we don't really need to get into because we are finally making it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the MJ show, the absolutely brilliant Ananya Birla. चलो तालियां बजाओ. Here she is. You know what? This is what I keep saying. Instagram. You know, when I say that here is Ananya Birla, Instagram should like instantly put you on, right? It takes too long for you to come on. But welcome back, Ananya. How are you?
Hi. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a rough morning, but I'm here with you.
You
And
are. How have you been?
I've been well. It's been crazy. Yesterday, I performed for like 9 hours straight for the acoustic version of Let There Be Love. So super
Okay.
exciting stuff. And yeah, things are going well. The song is doing well. How have you been? I keep seeing posts with your daughter. She's so cute.
Son, Neil.
Oh, son, so cute, so cute.
Yeah, that's his, well, it's reversed here, but it's Neil, Neil. But listen, I got to congratulate you on this new song. It sounds brilliant. I love the video that you made for it as well. And I just saw a little while ago before I came on. You're almost at 1 million views. So for everybody watching right now, if you've not already seen the song, go watch it and share it on your social media, on your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, and let's get the song to 1 million views as soon as possible. Hopefully by tomorrow morning, get it to 1 million views because that would be awesome. But Ananya, listen, this
Thank you,
song sounds.
Mihir. I really appreciate
I'm ready
that.
to have you back to talk about the song. So before we talk about anything else, let's talk straight about this song. You put it out about a couple of weeks ago, or about 10 days ago. But tell us a
Yeah, it's
little
been
bit
about 10
about the
days.
making of the song. Yeah, tell us about the making of the song, what the song is about, and everything.
So I went independent with this song, and the entire song happened during lockdown. So it's a complete COVID baby. I don't know how we pulled it off, but of course we pulled it off. Uh, I recorded the song, the final vocals in this room, which I converted into a small studio. So I had to put up like blankies and stuff to make it, more sound appropriate. Song happened here, music video, happened downstairs, all interviews happening downstairs. It's just photo shoot happened downstairs. So for the artwork, really, we started shooting. We were trying to get about 10 looks in, and protests started happening in Melrose. So we were shooting in here, and there were protests happening outside, and we had no idea what to do because we couldn't leave the house. We wanted to. It's just like we finished everything, and before curfew, everyone was able to get out. But it's just been every step of the way. It's been a crazy hurdle to release this song, and finally, when the song released, and SiriusXM picked it up a week before its release, which was a big deal for me because it obviously showed that people are liking the song and appreciating the message behind it. So it's been an amazing journey so far, and this is just the beginning.
And that's fantastic. And when you say you've gone independent with this song, you mean this is released by you? Have you like created like a label for yourself, or is it just out as an individual song? And is it just by Ananya the artist, or have you created a label for yourself to put out all your songs in the future?
No. This is just me going independent as an artist for this particular song. It just seemed like the right thing to do given the climate in this world and what's going on around us. And, it just seemed like the right thing to do. But being signed has its own advantages, and I'm sure that's gonna happen soon.
Of
But
course.
yeah, just independent as an artist for this song.
So, you know what? One of the things that every artist looks at once a song is out is all the feedback that you get from your fans under the video. You know, when you put out a video on YouTube, there's obviously a ton of See, I always focus on the positive. I was just speaking with Palash Sen a little while ago, and we were talking about how there's a lot of negativity, unnecessary negativity on social
Right.
media these days. And I think, yes, while certain things cannot be ignored, I think you know when a person is just being a troll. And I think you are a intelligent enough artist to just ignore that, because you know that that's not a real criticism. That's not something that is there to help make you better. It's just a random troll who's there to troll you. So you forget those. But then there are these amazing comments that you get and genuine love from fans from all across the world. So what's been some of the best feedback that you've
Yeah.
got for Let Me Be Love?
I completely agree with you. The love has been overwhelming. It's been amazing. There are fans coming in from Malaysia, Singapore, the States as well. It's so nice to see how we can make India proud on a global level and how that's possible. And, it's happening. And it feels really good to be able to represent my country like that. So a couple of comments, someone commented on, I think it was the YouTube premiere, I think, or one of the videos. Maybe it was the one in which we had the sign language happening, but someone basically said that they're handicapped and basically that they can't walk, so they're in a wheelchair. And when they heard the song, that was the first time that they've ever gotten up from their wheelchair because they would like the song that much and they want to dance to it. And
How cool.
that really, I wasn't the only one who read it. We were together while reading it, a couple of us, and all of us were just like really touched by it. I was almost in tears, not exaggerating. It was just such a if someone's song can do that, it's just I can't even explain the feeling. If one of my songs can do that for someone, it was amazing. And so that was a really beautiful comment. Whenever anyone says that you're making India proud, that's an amazing comment. Even when people say you're really underrated, I love that comment. I feel like I'm an underdog. I feel like it's so much better than being overrated. So uh, and then of course, when you get so much love from like the industry, especially from like radio stations, from people like and from DSPs, it's amazing. So it's been a lot of love, and of course family and friends always very supportive. It's amazing.
That's fantastic. I mean, I can see the amount of love that people have. I can see how many people are really loving the song, and I was checking out the comments as well. And like you said, it's great to see the outpouring of genuine love and support when you put
Exactly.
up something from your heart. You made a song. You obviously put your everything into making a song. For every artist, every song is like a little part of their journey expressed through music. And that's what you've
Exactly.
done with your song. And I think it's beautiful how people have embraced that. And it's not just this song. I've seen that love grow for you from your first song to where you are at right now. With every song that you put out, you've evolved as an artist, and the love that is there for you. Maybe at the start it was just okay, let's find out who this new person is, and okay, we like her, we like the way she looks.
Totally.
Then it's come to the point where people are connecting with your songs, people are connecting with your message, and I think that's fantastic. So for everybody watching right now, could we hear you sing a little bit of Let There Be Love?
I can do that. Um, be strong for your father, cry for your mother, love one another. Oh, pray for your brother, feel for your sister. Why can't we come together? Let there be love, there be love, there be love. Let there be love, there be love, there be love. Let there be love, there be love, there be love. Let there be love, there be love, there be love.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, tell me why you felt like also making that video with the sign language. What was your thought process behind it?
That was like actually not my idea. That was Greg's idea. The president of Maverick, who's my strategic manager, we were having a conversation, and I'm all about being inclusive. I'm all about equality, and we were discussing how we can really reach out to even more people. And we were having various different discussions, and he was like, "Hey, we should make one a sign language one." I was like, that would be amazing. That's a great idea. It's another way to bring in another community. And why should we uh,
Are you
sorry.
reading all the comments?
Yeah, someone said something
Are you getting
important.
distracted by the comment?
Sorry,
Sorry, you
sorry.
were saying why should we make a song? Why shouldn't we make a song for people?
Yeah,
Uh,
and we wanted to make it more inclusive, so we're doing different things now to bring in more communities, and we want everyone to feel loved. We want this song to reach as many people as possible, and we learned so much during the process of even making that sign language video, and why not include everyone? And I think it was a great idea, and they were able to really, turn it around fast. And the girl who did it, she's the fifth generation of her family. So she's doing a service, and yeah, she's amazing. So it was really, really a pleasure and an honor to have her.
So I just read a very interesting comment right now saying that, hey, would you consider doing the song in Hindi or in any other language? This is Manish who asked that. What do you think about that when you talk about inclusiveness like you just did, and you decided to make a song in sign language for a completely different demographic to be able to enjoy your music? What about, do you feel that with music, especially considering you are independent and at the end of the day, you are a singer from India, though you're representing us on a global stage. But do you feel the need maybe at some point of time to maybe do some of your songs, have them written out in Hindi at least, if not in multiple languages, and maybe do some Hindi versions of your own songs?
Yeah, why not? I think for me right now, for Hindi especially, it's more covers like I did with Aksh, for example. The thing with me in
I saw
Hindi is that
that.
I don't think in Hindi, so it's very tough for me to write. But if I'm able to connect with a songwriter who writes really good stuff in Hindi and we have the same vision, I would love to sit down with him, write a really nice song, work on the way I speak in Hindi and finesse that more. And of course, I would love to do that. Music is a universal language. Currently, I'm on the path of wanting to write my own story and my own experiences, and it's way easier for me to do that in English because I think in English. But of course, if I find
Absolutely.
someone who I connect with who writes really well in Hindi, I will be totally up for that. Another thing is that for Let There Be Love, even though it's in process, and given this whole pandemic, everyone's working a little bit slowly, and everyone's working from home, so um, that makes a big difference because systems are a bit slow and things like that, but we're looking at doing a really nice dual language remix for the song. So I hope people can appreciate that I'm trying to make an effort to include as many people as possible in this journey of mine. And it's one thing that I really want to make clear is me singing in English is no way of me moving away from my roots or me not being proud of being Indian. One of the best comments I get is, "Hey, you're making India proud." It's just that I love
Yeah.
music and I love writing, and I think in English it's pretty much what it is. And because I connect with the language, I've always listened to English music.
Yeah.
There's really nothing more to that. So I think it's really
Yeah.
important that I clarify that because I mean, my family has such a huge legacy in India. I'm super proud to be Indian. So me singing in English is just me saying, hey, I love music. Music is a universal language. And this is me. This is who I am. And hopefully I can make India proud in no matter what way.
No,
So singing in
I
English has
completely.
no, yeah,
Sorry, go ahead. Complete. No, no, just
no,
finish what you were saying.
exactly that. That singing in English has absolutely nothing to do with me, not wanting to sing in Hindi, if that makes sense.
So, no, and what I was saying is I completely agree with you on that because see, as a singer or as an artist who is not being directed to do something, if you were given a song, if you were, if it was manufactured for you and if you were told to do, then you could do it in whatever language because then it's just about learning the phonetics of
Exactly.
another language. Like there are so many
Exactly.
Hindi singers who sing in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, or Bengali or whatever. They don't know
Hmm.
the language. They just learn the phonetics. They learn the sounds of the words, and then they just reproduce it because they got an
Exactly.
instrument which can recreate those
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah.
But for you, it's about being true to your story, and you're are sharing your story through your music, and it has to happen in the language which is most comfortable to you. I mean, I asked you the question, but I'm glad that this is the answer you gave me, because that
Yeah,
is your truth. And as an
totally.
artist, you have to be able to share your truth through your music. And I'm really glad that you said that you want to stick to writing in English, because that's how you think. But
Yeah,
you're also open to the idea of maybe doing something in Hindi if you can
yeah,
find a
totally.
collaborator who understands your vision.
Totally, exactly, 100%. In fact, I've grown up listening to tons of Bollywood music. I was just listening to Bekhayali in the morning before. So,
Nice.
uh, no, I love Hindi music, and it's just what I, like you said, I think you summed it up really well.
Well, there you go. Let's talk about. I want to take a couple more questions from your fans, because the last time you were here, there were a ton of questions that came, and I knew I did not get enough time to go through that. So, for everybody watching right now, if you have questions, send some. And if I see a good question, like I did a little while ago, I may take it. Like somebody is asking, it's not related to your music, but it's interesting. It gives more perspective about you as an artist. You have tattoos, right? You've got a couple of tattoos.
Yes,
How many
I
tattoos do
think
you have on you?
18, I think now,
18.
but very small one. Most of them are quite small. So, yeah, but if you look at like small pieces, 18 in total.
That's crazy. What was the first tattoo that you had?
So the first tattoo I had was on my ankle. It says Swatantra with the logo, which is the microfinance company that I started when I was 17.
Very
So
cool.
that's my very first tattoo. After which I think 2 years in I got my second, and then my third, and then my fourth, my fifth, and sixth, and until I reached my 18th tattoo. So
And what was the last thing that you got tattooed on?
uh, it was a it was a Armenian. It was like a it's like a G this way and then an N. My mom's name starts with an N.
Oh,
So
very cool.
yeah, yeah. But I think this I would consider this one. I don't know whether you can see it. Where is it? Oh golly. Yeah, here this one. They're just praying
Uh-huh.
hands.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah, praying hands.
Yeah. So it's basically just something I really believe in, which is surrender and letting go. And the importance of the universe and God. I'm a strong believer in faith. I'm not religious, but I'm a strong believer in faith. And I think every time I look at this tattoo, it kind of reminds me that I just have to try my best and then leave the rest to God.
You know, I kind of vibe with you on that, because I'm not a religious guy either. But
Yeah.
I have a very strong belief that there is something bigger than us, which we can't really comprehend, which
Oh yeah.
keeps things going, keeps things ticking. And I feel the presence of that bigger entity in two things in my life. One is in the music that I've grown up on, and that whenever I perform or when I listen to music. And the second thing is my family, my wife and my baby boy. Especially now when I look at my baby boy, I know that I'm looking at something uh, bigger than
Precious.
what I can understand.
Totally.
Something
Totally.
much more. Like to think that he did not exist, and that my wife and I we made him. That
I
itself
know.
makes me realize
Yeah.
that there has to be something bigger
Yeah.
than what we can comprehend that's making this world tick. And that's amazing. And this is something that is so beautiful when expressed through music as well. And I would love to actually see maybe you trying to think about the way you look at spirituality, expressing that through a song as well someday in the future.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I just, it's very personal to me, and I think there's a very fine line between becoming preachy, which I'm not and I don't want to be, and then just expressing yourself. If that makes sense. So I don't want to, I'm still trying to learn that
That is what I'm saying.
balance.
It doesn't need to have any expression about God. It's just about being
Exactly.
able to connect. What I meant to say is, when you have a song where you feel so connected with your music that it feels like this is the closest that you can be to that bigger power that you have. Maybe
Exactly.
you already
Yeah.
felt that with some of the songs that you've made, but that's something that's where you feel that that's some of the
Yeah.
best work that comes out of an
So it's so
artist.
amazing you mentioned that because, and I did this song yesterday in acoustic version as well. I don't know whether you've heard it. It's from my EP Fingerprint. It's called Love Suicide. That's my till date my favorite song of mine. And
Lovely.
I don't think many people have heard it. We didn't even push it or promote it too much. It's just a song that's very, very close to my heart, and I don't know why. I mean, when I sing it now, it doesn't hold the same emotional value because I'm not going through that experience anymore right now. I'm in a very different space in my life, but it's just something about this song, maybe the intensity of the song, or when it's played live. It's really, it hits me every time I sing it, and it's just one of those. So I can never listen to my own music. I never listen to unless it's on the radio because that's a different feeling. But Love Suicide is a song that I can listen to without feeling like it's my song.
That's
And
awesome.
it's interesting.
Hey, speaking about listening to your songs on the radio, I saw how excited you were when you heard "Let There Be Love" on radio in the US. You
Yeah.
tell me about that feeling. Like, listen, you're not a stranger to it anymore. You've heard your songs on the radio. You've heard, you've seen your music videos on television. Why is it still so exciting? Why did you have that joy that I saw in your Instagram post that day?
I think just so it was literally like after racking up about 350 million views in India, it was time to go global, which is what the dream has always been. So if I just put it very, very briefly, my best friend who also used to manage me and does manage me in India, we just packed our bags one day and we were like, it's time to go to America. It's time to go to LA. We just had a couple of pointers, like, of course we had a plan, like, to get management, blah blah blah, get songs ready, blah blah blah, but we didn't have like any network. We didn't, you know how it goes. It was just complete hustle with heart. So we came here completely new. I got myself a home, and we just started from scratch. And of course, having a background back home and all the love makes a huge difference. But so that, I think, when I heard this song, all of those memories just came into my head as to how we've done this, and the through then COVID hit, so I couldn't go back, and I haven't seen my family for a year. So all of that stuff, I think just in that moment, just for some odd reason, everything just came into my head, and I thought I would be listening to the song and grooving and all of that, but I started crying and I was really embarrassing. But I guess it was raw and it was honest, and it's how I felt in the moment.
That was beautiful. I mean, I genuinely appreciate it. I love that because that's the true joy that an artist feels when, even if you heard your songs before on the radio, for me to see that happen on your Instagram, that was special. That was one of my favorite posts of yours in the recent part. That was really
I
really cool,
just
and
think,
I was happy to see the joy that it brought you.
oh my God, it's just every time the song plays on Sirius or on Radio Disney, we always put the I don't know if I'm in the car, we always put the windows down and we're jamming and everyone's just staring like, what is this? What is going on? It's just a feeling that it never gets old. When you see Let There
Yep.
Be Love and you're like, there are millions of people listening to this song right now as I'm listening to my own song. It's just such a
Yeah.
special feeling. It's like feeling on being on stage and like your fans sing your lyrics back to you. It's just irreplaceable. I can't explain the feeling. I think you understand what I'm saying though.
I
Uh,
do, I do, and it's brilliant. By the way, for everybody watching right now and asking her to sing "Let There Be Love," she's already sung that. This video will go up on the YouTube channel of the MJ Show. You can watch the video again. You can hear her do it live here in the show, but you should go and check out her music video. It's on her YouTube channel. Like I said at the very start, share it with everybody. Make sure that more and more people get to know about it. I say that for every artist who comes on my show, whether they've got millions of views or whether they are just starting off, if you like their music, that's the least that you can do. Share it on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever, whatever social media platform you're on. Let everybody else, let your friends know that, hey, this is a great song. I just heard it. You guys should check it out too, because every artist who makes a song would really appreciate that love and support that you've already started giving, Ananya. But do it even more, and let's see it
Thank
reach a
you. I really
million views
appreciate
as soon
that.
as possible.
Thanks, Mihir, and thank you to
Okay.
everyone who's watching. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so you were talking about Love Suicide, a song that you really love, and
Yeah.
a lot of people have been asking, could we hear a line or two of Love Suicide? Love Suicide.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's do or die. What's the key? I don't know the key of the song. I'll record on my phone and send it. I don't want to. Mm,
Works.
na, na,
1 minute.
na,
Listen, for
na.
everybody watching right now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the song on whatever platform that's easiest for you guys to listen to. And right after this interview gets over, I'm going to give you a swipe up link of that. So you can listen to Love Suicide on Instagram. I mean, once you've seen this interview, once this is done, I'm going to give you a swipe up link and you can go and listen to the song
Yeah.
properly as well. That being said, how about you sing a song which you are a little more comfortable with? Because I'd love for people to hear one more song before they get out of, before you leave.
Okay. I think hold on then, I think.
Good.
We gotta hold on. We gotta hold on. Why do we feel like everybody pulls us down? What goes around, we know it will come back around. Gotta hold on. It's us together, us forever.
Yeah. Asha, listen, like you did the last time, and I know people really appreciated it. We got to find out one more story, one more anecdote from your life which you've never shared with anybody else. I loved how you told us about your time in England where you started
Yes.
performing. You told us a little bit of that clip. Even if you don't show us anything today, you got to talk to us. You got to tell everybody watching right now about something that you've never shared with anybody else. What's that going to be? Maybe it could be about
Um,
one of your songs, some interesting thing that happened while you were making one of your songs, or just some experience that you've never really spoken about before.
yeah. Let me think. Well, something really fun. Yesterday, while I was recording, while I was rehearsing my acoustic version, well, when I was shooting for the acoustic version, my second single came down from the mixing engineer. So
Oh,
it,
sweet.
it's I haven't mentioned it to everyone, so it's sounding I think it's sounding good, and I'm super excited for everyone listen to him.
That is brilliant. Have you announced the name of the single on your social media?
No, no. I'm gonna it's gonna be a while. It's not gonna happen immediately. But I heard the song,
Okay,
and of course there's tons of work to do more for it, but I think it's the song that we're probably gonna go with. And I heard it
very
yesterday. So
cool.
it was a very special moment.
Well, there you go. You guys know now that there is another song which is almost ready, and you'll find out when the song comes out because she'll let you guys know on Instagram and also all other forms of social media as well. And you know what, Ananya, when you have that song out, come back again. Like, see, you know what? I always tell all my guests who come on the show that the first time you come, we have a longer discussion and we talk about your life and your journey and everything. But like in talk shows in the US, I want my guests to be able to come back, even if it's just to talk about one specific
Yeah,
song, something
totally.
new that they've
Mihir,
done,
I love talking with you. I've loved this as well. Last time was amazing as well. So I'll surely be back whenever you
Please
say,
do.
really.
Please do come back. By the way, when are you planning on coming to India? Somebody just asked that, and that does make sense. I mean, I know you're missing your family a lot. So what's the plan? When are you looking at coming back?
Yeah, it's I've been kind of really going back and forth on that. I think I may meet my family halfway. It's a really long flight, and with COVID, it's not the safest thing right now. Um, oh, okay.
It just came.
Yeah.
Just came on the screen, yeah.
Um, but trying to figure it out. Let's see what happens. Um, my parents and my siblings may go to my home in Bangalore for a bit just to get a change. So there's so much stuff going on. My next song, Let There Be Love is doing so well now. It's picking up. My next song is gonna release. So it's just kind of like all over the place. I'm kind of taking it one day at a time when it comes to this side of things. But hopefully soon. I think more than anything else, I just want to really see them. So regardless of where I see them, but I hope everyone is well in India. I love you guys. I can't wait to come back soon. And as soon as I get the opportunity and things, start making making, you know, a little bit more sense to travel down that world.
That makes sense. But listen, how are things in the US from every? So I keep watching a ton of news and talk show content from the US, and from everything that I'm seeing, that country is going through some really, really insane things right now. I mean, apart from the fact that COVID has hit hard, there are your protests that are happening all across the
Yeah.
country. The election in America is coming up right now, and things are going crazy around that. How are you dealing with it? Has it affected you in any way with everything that's happening in the country right now?
I mean, the protests that happened were really like on Melrose, which is right outside my street. So I went through that. But you know what I'm seeing is nothing compared to what people are going through all around the world. You know, this whole journey of really of being, you know, in studio, you know, making songs throughout the lockdown to then releasing the song. I to be fair and to be honest, I've been in my own bubble. So I am really no one to comment on what's going on, because I'm not very well averse with what's going on, because I've been in such a bubble. But I know people around the world are suffering massively, and you know, Let There Be Love was a way of, you know, saying that let's bring love, you know, let's use love and come together. But yeah, people all over the world, you know, are going through so much. And
Yeah.
I don't know too much about politics and what's going on, and I'm not going to lie about that. But I hope the best for everyone, and yeah, to making tons of more music.
Absolutely. So, apart from making music and being in the studio, how have you kept yourself entertained during this entire quarantine period? What have you been doing? Listening to music, watching movies? What have you been doing?
So I got a little a rescue puppy. His name is Bean, and he
Ah,
came. I think he came 4 days before lockdown.
okay.
And he's just been like an absolute joy for Lola, for myself, for Akshita, for myself, for Lata. Like, he's just been such a he's like a baby, and it's a blessing. So just taking him on a walk around our neighborhood with our masks on, you know, that's a lot of fun. Writing in my journal, meditation, playing NFS, Need for Speed my best friend Anusha's here, so chilling with her. You know, staying connected with everyone. FaceTime is lovely, or WhatsApp video, whatever you use, and of course being connected with my fans, making more music. I've been reading a little bit here and there. What else? You know, football. There's so much that one can do if we put our mind to it, and you know, just really focusing on self-care and myself as well. And yeah, just really getting to know who I am and what I want to do with my music, and you know, releasing more stuff and meetings and working on, you know, on trying to make the world a better place, one beat at a time, is how I like to say it.
That's awesome. So there's been a lot that's been keeping you occupied. Is your puppy around you? There's so many people asking, can we have a cameo of him in this video? Where is he at?
Where is he? He's downstairs right now.
That's
um
okay. Well, you can see her on Ananya's Instagram. I'm sure she'll put up a picture with him at some point of time. But
I
listen,
will.
listen. I'm glad you've got enough stuff that's keeping you occupied, and most importantly, you're making good music. You're keeping. I can see so many people who've been saying things like you're an inspiration. Your music's kept us entertained during this lockdown. The fact that you are giving back to people and giving something to them, because this lockdown has proved one thing, that artists are tremendously important for the sanity of our world. We need doctors, we need people who can take care of the physical being, but we also need artists, and we need entertainers who can keep, take care of,
Totally.
what's
Yeah, no, I
inside and the
agree.
mental.
And artists have done that for me while I've been growing up, and they still do that. I listen to music all the time. One more thing, I binge watch shows. I watched Indian Matchmaking and Too Hot to Handle, and I was watching Inside the World's Toughest Prison. So I love documentaries and through all of it. But so that's what artists have done for me, and I'm so glad and so grateful that I can do that, and I can be an artist like that for other people.
Absolutely. The whole idea of me even doing so, since the lockdown began, I've been doing the MJ show here on Instagram. I started doing that on the 30th of March. And by the end of next week, I would have had 150 separate guests. So what I mean by that is you've come
Wow.
here twice. I'm not counting you twice. I'm counting you once. I'm going to have 150 separate people with whom I've had conversations. The idea was
Wow.
very simple. It was just to, if I can get people's minds, even if it's whatever, 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people
I
watching,
love
if I can
that.
get their minds off quarantine and off their daily drudgery for even an hour, I think I was doing my part in keeping people
Totally.
entertained through the lockdown.
I love that. Congratulations, Mihir. It's awesome, honestly. Even your covers are so nice, the ones you send me as well. Thank you so much. It's really
Thank
genuinely
you.
nice.
Thank you very, very much. But you know what? It's always such a pleasure to talk to you, honestly. And I'm looking forward to listening to your new song whenever that comes out. But again, lots of love for Let There Be Love because it definitely needs to blow up all across the world. And I am like a lot of people have been saying, you truly are an inspiration and you are taking an Indian artist. You are an Indian artist and you're taking our music, your music to the rest of the world. And I'm super proud of you for that. Really, really
Thank
cool.
you. I really appreciate that. Our music altogether.
Our music, yeah, absolutely. But take care of yourself,
Thanks,
and
Mihir.
I
You
will see you
too.
again very, very soon.
100%. And thank you to everyone who came to watch. I really appreciate you guys. I know it's late down there. Thank you, Mihir. It's always such a pleasure.
Lovely talking to you, Ananya.
Okay,
See
I'll
you
talk to you
soon.
soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
And that was the absolutely brilliant Ananya Birla. My name is Mihir Joshi. This was the MJ Show. Subscribe to Ananya's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the MJ Show on YouTube. This video will go up over there. Hopefully by about tomorrow evening, you can go back and see the parts that you missed out in case you came in a little late. But for tonight, this is pretty much all the time we have for now. Just a little while ago, I spoke with the incredible Palash Sen. You just met Ananya Birla. My name is Mihir Joshi, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.